Sherry Sayville is a member of Indigenous group Grandmother's Voice.
I've been doing this work for close to 15 years in Halton. Before then, I worked out on Six Nations, and there was a sense of community there. I felt part of the community. But ever since I worked in Halton and trying to find the community, and even the role that I have as the Indigenous Education Advisor, there really wasn't that sense of community. There was no center for us to go and learn about our culture. There was no center where people can come to be together in community. So this place and space means so much. There is a national inquiry for missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls, and there's over 231 calls for justice. And so we just answered one call for justice, which is to create a healing garden for missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls' family to come here as part of their healing, to create a sense of that community so community members can call to come here as well.
The project started when Country Heritage Park approached Grandmother's Voice in February, asking, as members of the Indigenous community, what would a healing garden look like, and would they be interested in creating one on the grounds?
This is because it's right. It's not about fixing things or doing anything else. This just feels right for what the community needs. I believe that people are going to need something when the pandemic's done, and that means they'll need peace and quiet, they'll need some solitude, and they'll need a place to be able to find themselves.
From its inception, every step to make the garden a reality has been done with meaning.
We acknowledged in every way that we can the people, the medicines that we'll be bringing, the reason why we've put this living monument together. The organization that we work with on this project, Minican, they did all of the education. It was wonderful. They put tobacco down, and some of our collaborative partners that came out, our community partners, even our Indigenous families that were here, they weren't familiar with what the protocol is. They were so grateful when we're ready to sing. Let's sing to the medicines. Let's put the tobacco down. Let's pray. Let's have one mind, one heart.
So all the plants in here are native species, Indigenous species, but medicines that are really important to us. For example, the strawberry. Strawberry is the first plant that comes out in the spring, but it also reminds us to harvest in the fall. And there's lots of teachings that go along with the strawberry plant. There's sweetgrass that we later on, when we harvest it, we braid it into a braid of sweetgrass. There's also tobacco, and not the tobacco that you smoke. It's traditional tobacco that we offer. And we even offered some traditional tobacco when we were planting to the plants. And we sang to the plants, and we drummed with the plants, and we really welcomed the plants to be in our garden.
In addition to having a place to gather and help heal, they look forward to educating school groups about traditional teachings and medicines after the pandemic. These Indigenous Seeds of Hope are also in the top 10 for David Suzuki's Future Ground Prize, which they hope to win, bringing more national awareness.
We called it the Living Monument for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls Two-Spirit. After, I guess, we did ceremony with the grandmothers that gathered said, this is not just for the women, it's for the families. It's not just for women, it's for men and boys, people that have gone missing. And this is where we bring everyone together and really heal together.
Reporting for Halton News, I'm Nikki Wesley.